Hey everybody, thanks for dropping in. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dave Garrett and this is Mondo Keto. It's my attempt to bring to you some information regarding a ketogenic way of eating and low carb eating, and I'm excited to be able to bring it to you. In this video, I'm going to share with you a brief history on what brought me to investigate the ketogenic low carb way of eating, some of the findings on my research that I did on keto, and at the end of the day, is it worth doing? Now, I'm not planning to get all technical and sciencey on you, but I will, by necessity, have to touch on some of the reasons how low carb works. Not too much detail, but enough to be useful, hopefully. There are plenty of other channels out there that do a way better job than I could do. If you want to follow up on the sciencey stuff. And if you want, if you ask me to, I'll put some links in the notes below, the show notes, for you to follow up and check out their channels. They're really good, and some guys are very, very technical and will absolutely fulfill your need to nerd. Now, full disclosure, I am a science guy, and I come to you with a bias of accepting scientific research and theories as long as they make sense to me after I've reviewed them with a bit of a critical eye. Just for the record, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a regular guy that's had some success with a nutritional strategy, and I'm excited to be able to share it with you. A little bit about myself. I've been practicing keto low-carb nutrition for about 2 years now, and with a few breaks along the way, I've managed to lose 50 pounds and keep it off. I was a follower of the nutritional pyramid that promoted healthy grains, low fats, lots of fresh vegetables, you know, the balanced food group diet that became the standard American diet. As I steadily kept gaining weight, a little bit at a time, like maybe a couple pounds a year, and as my metabolism changed as I aged, I found that my health was deteriorating. Before I started with low carb, I was taking 2 kinds of blood pressure medicine, and my wardrobe kept getting bigger and bigger to accommodate my ever-expanding volume. I had a couple of brushes with the Atkins diet and lost some weight, but I found it more about using Atkins products than really maintaining and supporting a healthy lifestyle. Its emphasis was focused on eliminating carbs, but didn't really emphasize high quality, high fat, low carb nutrition. I always slipped back into eating the wrong stuff after reaching the maintenance phase and gained the weight back over time. Surely there must be a better way. So one day I ran into a retired friend of mine that I hadn't seen in quite a while. He was always an active kind of guy and never had a real weight problem that anybody could notice. But when I saw him, he looked amazing. He looked the best that I'd ever seen him. I had to ask him what it was that he'd done to change his appearance. And he told me that about 6 months earlier, he had started on keto. Well, that was enough for me to start looking into what this whole keto thing is about. As I mentioned earlier, my background is in sciences. And in order for me to change my opinion on something, I need to be presented with an abundance of objective information and repeatable results when the studies are done. There's a strongly established and growing body of evidence in the scientific literature that supports the benefits of reducing or eliminating carbohydrates like sugars and refined carbs from your diet. Because I believe in looking at both sides of an argument before I accept one side or the other, I looked extensively into studies that tried to show that keto was bad for you. There were, of course, studies that questioned the long-term effectiveness, but many were flawed in terms of their methodology and the definition of what low carb actually was. Seldom were there studies that actually looked at a ketogenic diet. None of the studies identified any adverse health effects from following a low carb diet. In my research, I found that the preponderance of evidence showed that by minimizing carbs and using fats as your primary source of energy, you can effectively take control of your fat utilization and storage, strengthen your immune system, and improve regenerative functions at a cellular level. I really believe that it's a life hack that has proven for me to be sustainable and very satisfying way to maintain my weight at an optimal level. Keto Mondo is all about a low-carb lifestyle. On the channel, I'm going to share recipes that I enjoy and use on a regular basis. I'm also going to give you a few tutorials on why and how keto, or even low carb for that matter, is beneficial and a healthful way of eating. So that's my quick introduction into what the channel is all about. I'm looking forward to making some entertaining and informative videos. And if you're intrigued, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you want to make sure that you get notification of every time I upload a video, hit that bell icon and that will give you notice that I've uploaded. So thanks again for watching the video. Thanks for stopping by, and we hope to see you soon. As I mentioned earlier, my background is in this. Hi, I'm Dave Garrett, and I fucked up already. Okay. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Dave Garrett, and this is Keto Mondo, Mondo Keto. I'll get it right one of these days. As I mentioned earlier, my background is in science. Wow.